They cross the trenches as they leave, and through the shadow of the night make for the camp that will bring death to them, though before that they will be the end of many. Everywhere they can see bodies sprawling, deep in sleep and drink, and tilted chariots on the shore, men tangled in the harnesses and wheels, and casks of wine and weapons all about. And Nisus spoke out first. Euryalus, the right hand has to dare, the time invites, our way is here. You guard and watch from far, lest any band come at us from behind. I will act here, to kill and cut a wide pathway that you can follow. So he speaks, then checks his voice and drives his sword at once into the haughty Rhamnes, who by chance was cushioned on a heap of rugs piled high, while snoring out his sleep from his wide chest. Himself a king, and one who served as King Latinus's best loved augur. And yet he could not avert this end by augury. He cuts down 3 attendants next to Rhamnes, as they lie sprawled at random around their lances. And then the charioteer and armor-bearer of Remus, whom he caught beneath the horses, he hacks their drooping necks and then lops off their master's head. He leaves the trunk to gurgle as it spouts blood. The earth, the rugs are steeped in warm black gore. Then he kills Lamaris, Lamus, and young Seranus, known for beauty, who had gamed long that night, then lay, his limbs undone by too much Bacchus. Had he played on and made that gaming last the night away until the light of day, he had been happy. For even as a starving lion raging through crowded sheepfolds, urged by frenzied hunger, who tears and drags the feeble flock made mute by fear and roars with bloody mouth, so Nisus. No less the slaughter of Euryalus, he too is kindled, wild, and falls upon a vast and nameless rabble, catching Phaedus, Herbesis, Abaris, all 3 unconscious. But Rhetus was awake and saw it all, for in his terror he had hid behind a massive jar, and when he rose near by, then Nisus plunged his blade hilt high in Rhetus's breast, and he drew it back, now drenched with death. So Rhetus vomits out his purple life, and crying, throws up wine with mingled blood. Euryalus is hot for secret slaughter. He had drawn near the comrades of Messapus, where he could see the last campfires flicker, and tethered horses grazing on the grass, when Nisus, with few words, for he could sense his comrade was berserk with lust for carnage, stopped him. Now let us go, our enemy. Daylight is near. We have had enough revenge. We have cut a pathway through these Latin ranks. They leave behind them many soldiers' weapons, arms wrought in solid silver, drinking cups, and handsome rugs. Euryalus takes up the gear of Rhamnes and his golden boss sword belt, the gifts that long ago the rich King Caedicus sent Remulus of Tibur, as witness from afar of their full friendship. And he, when dying, gave them to his grandson. And with his death in battle, the Rutulians had captured them as spoils. Euryalus takes these and fits them to his sturdy shoulders, but all for nothing. Then he sets Messapus' own handsome crested helmet on his head. It fits well. They leave camp and make for safety. But meanwhile horsemen rode up from a force that hurried out from Latium to carry an answer to Prince Turnus. While the rest had halted, readying for battle, these 300 riders came ahead, and all were under shield, with Volscens as their captain. And as they neared the camp, approached the wall, they saw the pair far off along a path and heading left. The helmet of the heedless Euryalus betrayed him. flashing back moonlight across the shades of gleaming night. That is enough to stop them. Volson's cries, "Halt, man! What is this march? Who are you, armed? Where are you headed?" But the pair do not attempt to answer, only rushing on their flight into the forest, trusting the night. Upon all sides the riders block familiar crossways, the sentries stand at every outlet. And shaggy, wide, the forest stretched, with dark ilex and thorny thickets. Everywhere the tangled briars massed, with here and there a pathway glimmering among the hidden tracks in the dense brushwood. Euryalus, who is hampered by the shadowed branches, by his heavy spoils, mistakes his way through fear. But Nisus now is clear. He had escaped the enemy, and still unthinking, passed the place that later is to be called Albin, for Alba Longa. But then King Latinus kept his tall castle stalls there. When he halted, he looked back for his lost friend, and could not find him.